for Testinonial Tuesday. We want to say great day to everybody out there. We're going to give it a few moments. I'm super excited to definitely be chiming in with a very special guest on tonight. All right. So great evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and take the time to tag, take the time to share, because I guarantee you that this story that you are about to hear tonight will absolutely blow your mind. And I can tell you, it's nothing but God, all right? So definitely stay tuned, stay tuned. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody that's jumping on Testinonial Tuesday on this phenomenal evening. We want to say hello to each and every one of you that are out there. Great evening to everybody. Take the time to tag, take the time to share, take the time to tell somebody that we are here, we are live, and we are super excited from the East Coast to the West Coast and everything in between and all the way around the world. I want to say hello to everybody. Ladies, you don't want to miss this, all right? Men too, but I'm going to tell you, ladies, you don't want to miss this. So definitely jump on letstalknoni.com. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram. We're going to give it about another 60 seconds. Tag, share, and tell somebody. So great evening, everybody. Let us know where you are chiming in from. Share, share, share. Share it out. Great evening, everybody. All right. Getting it shared out. I have a very special guest on here tonight, none other than First Lady Tammie Smith, who is going to share how Noni not only changed her life 20 years ago, but how it is changing her life on today. And so it is something that you all definitely want to take the time to listen to, take the time to tell somebody, because what we have here is impacting lives all over the entire world, all right? Great evening, everybody. All right, I see you tagging, I see you live. All right, Facebook. Tell somebody, let somebody know what's going on, IG. All right. Checking in. From the West Coast to the East Coast, and my special, beautiful guest chiming in all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. So let's go ahead and let's get this party started on tonight. We want to say great evening to everybody that's jumping on Testinonial Tuesday. My name is Pam McCray, and I can tell you that I am super excited because I have my beautiful sister, all right, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee on the screen with me on tonight. And I can tell you that beautiful smile and just knowing what God is doing in this very moment is so exciting as we are impacting lives all over the entire world. So Lady Tammie Smith, how you doing tonight?
I am awesome. How are you, dear?
I am phenomenal. Well, you know what? First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for coming on here tonight and being my special guest on Testimonial Tuesday, and really just sharing with the world what Noni has been able to do for you, what God has been able to do for you. And so I just want you to just open up and just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and why you are so excited about this incredible movement that we are on a mission to change lives with.
Thank you so much, Miss Pam. I am so excited to be here tonight. There's a lot of things that I could actually say about Tahitian Noni. I have been with Noni for over 20 plus years ago, and to get this opportunity to come back again into my life now, it just blew me away. And I just love sharing my testimony, because I want to make sure that when I share this testimony, that individuals actually listen closely, because when you have a testimony and it's like none other, you want to share it, right? And
Right.
so I don't want nobody to actually, run across this. I want you to just pay close attention, because it's my own personal testimony. And I know that coming from a woman, from what I'm about to share, it's going to be necessary for you to really write down all the nuggets, because I know somebody else has actually gone through what I have experienced, or actually going through it right now.
Right. No, absolutely. You're so right. And so, ladies, you heard it. Lady Tammie Smith, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. She's saying you want to check in, you want to listen. Don't just breeze over this tonight, because we guarantee you that this conversation will definitely impact your life, or impact the life of somebody else that you know out there. And so, Lady Tammie, I just want to ask you, because I know that Noni came into your life about 20 years ago, and it began to change your life back then. But how did it feel to you, before we get into that story, to know that you had the opportunity to bring it back? Because I know that when you first got that phone call, you weren't really interested in doing what we're doing all over again, until you found out that it was all about this Tahitian Noni. So let's just talk about that for a few moments.
Listen, when I got that phone call, and I was like, all right, okay, what are they saying now? Okay, I'm going to get into something, but maybe not. I don't know. Okay, what you got, girl? So Lanika Scott, Dr. Lanika Scott, and Mr. Greg, they actually introduced this opportunity. And I was just listening. I was like, okay. And they said, it's Noni. Oh, I went just like that. They said, it's Noni. And I did this, Pam. I said, wait, wait. I ran to the cabinet, and I came back with this glass.
Wow.
I came back
Wow.
with this glass. I have had this glass for over 20 years. This is
Wow.
history for me. And this is like a trophy for me, because I used this cup 20 years ago every day for a problem that I had. And when I got that opportunity, when I got that phone call and I heard what they said, I knew that I was all in. It was nothing else to talk about, period, because I knew, but they did not know what
Wow.
I had experienced.
Wow. Wow. So you knew, they did not know, but all you had to do was hear the name
Knowing.
Noni. And
Yes,
that's just simply because it changed your life. And
right.
so, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody that's chiming on today, we're getting ready to have a conversation, and we just want to let you know that this is Lady Tammie's personal testimony on the power of this Tahitian Noni. It's an incredible superfood that goes back to ancient medicinal history, that has been used for so many different things when it comes time to dealing with different situations in our body. And as a matter of fact, Lady Tammie and I, we were having a conversation earlier today about the many uses. And so we're going to talk about that. But I want you to go ahead and take us back 20 years ago. And then we're going to bring this thing forward, because we know that your life is being changed currently with this. But let's go back 20 years ago, and let's talk about what was going on with you at that time. And let's, just talk about the issues that you were dealing with. And let's go into the story on what the doctors were telling you at that moment.
Okay, well, I'm going to start back when the opportunity was presented to me. And it was presented to me by my uncle. And he was telling me, he said, Tammie, let's do this opportunity by sharing Tahitian Noni. I do anything for my uncle, just whatever. It doesn't make a difference. I said, okay. I had no idea that this particular juice was, it had all these different wonderful benefits. So me as a hairstylist, I began to share and promote the product in my job. And then I began to drink it. So as I was drinking it, I was like, okay, I'm just going to drink the product. It's just juice, right? So I began to, they had all this literature, about the juice. And so one day I said, well, I'm just going to start reading up on it. Now, I had a condition,
Mm,
but I wasn't putting it together that the juice could help me with this condition, because I had a female issue.
mm,
So I'm just trying to work this business, right? So I began to read the information. And when I began to read it, they started saying different things in this book about it helps with this and it helped with that. Well, what I was going through, I actually had fibroid tumors, cysts, and all those things in my body.
mm.
And I was like, oh my God, wow. So I caught my attention, right? So I began to read and read and read. Now, I share this testimony all the time, but there was one thing that I have never shared with anybody. I have never shared this to anyone at all. And we talked about this earlier today, and I wanted to share it with individuals because I know it's very important. Because I mean, I don't know how this slipped my mind, but I was born with endometriosis. And that is where there's a thin line, lining that's on the outside of the uterus that's not supposed to actually be there. And it bleeds and it's very painful. And so I began to drink this noni. In the book was saying that you can put drops of Tahitian noni in your navel area. And it said that you can put Tahitian noni in a syringe and apply it inside of your body, in your vagina area.
Wait a minute. Let's wait a minute. Hold on. Let's back that up. Okay, because let's
Matter
hold.
of fact, let me have a little sip while you.
Right. Let's have a little sip right now, right? Because first and foremost, we share this Tahitian noni, and people don't even understand the power of this stuff, right? Because this juice, we're drinking on it. But did you hear what Lady Tammie just said, ladies? Okay, that you can take, and number one, she put it in her navel. Okay. Number two, she mentioned a syringe. So not only can we consume this incredible product, but it's changing lives in so many other ways. So I just wanted to halt right there. So keep going.
Right. Okay. All right. So I began to do this and I was in so much pain. So when you're in that type of pain and you have gotten a report saying that you have to get a total hysterectomy and you're looking like, oh my God, this type of news, no woman wants to hear this. So I began to really dig down into that book and began doing it month after month. And I'm knowing that it's time to have this surgery in February. It was February the 5th. I would never forget that. It was in the early 2000s. So they prepare you to get an ultrasound before you get your surgery. I had to get a vaginal ultrasound. And of course, the technicians, they're not going to tell you anything, but I'm asking, what does it look like? What's going on? I'm still in so much pain. And of course, she said, your doctor would tell you. Well, on my way home, I stopped to get me something to eat, and I got home. The phone rang, and I was like, oh my God, my doctor is calling me. Wow. Who does that? I mean, who does that quickly? When you leaving the office with getting a vaginal ultrasound, and then you get home and now he's calling you just like that. That just doesn't happen. So and I said, hello. He said, hello, hi Tammie, how you doing? I said, I'm doing fine. Not doing fine because I'm still hurting. I'm still bleeding. I'm still in pain. And he said, what have you been doing? And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about that juice, and I'm thinking about putting it in my vagina and putting it in my navel, but I'm not gonna let him know this, right? Right. So I just told him, I said, well, doctor, I just been praying. And I tell people all the time, if you got any Holy Ghost in you at all, he gonna make you tell the truth, right? That's true. I kept hearing, tell him about the juice. And so I didn't go into the details, Pam. I just told him, I said, I've been drinking some Tahitian Noni juice. He said, what is that? I said, it's some juice. It's an herbal drink, that a healthy juice that you drink. And he told me, he said, whatever you've been doing, keep doing it. And I'm still not knowing what he's about to say. He said that, Pam, he said the fibroid that was the size of a cantaloupe has shrunk all the way down to the size of an apple. Wow. And the ones that were size of apples have shrunk all the way down to size of eggs. And the ones that were size of eggs have shrunk all the way down to size of grapes. And I was like, oh my God. But in my mind, I'm still not registering any of that because I'm still in so much pain. Endometriosis, fibroid tumors, and cysts. So I was like, okay. And I said, so when I still have the surgery on the 5th, and he said, there's no need. He said, because they're shrinking. There's no need to have surgery. And today, Pam, I have never had a total hysterectomy. I've not had that. I still have my uterus today. And I just thank God for the prayers and for me being obedient of reading that information and then applying it to my life.
My God. And you know what? I don't know what's going on on today, but you know what? I've shared your story and I'm getting a little emotional.
Right.
Just simply because he's chosen us.
Come on, Pam.
He's chosen us to bring this incredible juice back. I want y'all to really understand what y'all just heard. This is a woman who the doctors told her she would have to have a total hysterectomy, fibroid tumors, endometriosis, and we were having a conversation about that earlier today, and I can relate because I remember having that same issue, and there's a lot of women that battle with that, and I remember the pain, and I had to go through a laparoscopy, you know, that many times we don't even remember some of the things that we had to go through, but it's not by chance that there's even a 9-year gap between our kids, because that wasn't the plan, but it was because of the pain that I was going through. And so to hear your story and to know that just from this incredible juice, the original Tahitian Noni, in which, ladies and gentlemen, you could go to pdr.net and type it in. This is such a powerful juice that it's in the physician's desk reference. But we can guarantee you that your medical doctors are not telling you about it. But to hear your story, Lady Tammie, on the fact that you had a tumor the size of a grapefruit, apples, oranges, literally shrink and disappear from consuming, from putting it in your navel.
Right. This is the reason why at the beginning I said that I did not want us to move fast on this, because so many women around the world are going through this. I want to be the one to share my story, to give somebody an opportunity to do exactly what I did. Consult your doctor, let him know what you're doing, but give yourself a chance to do something natural. And this Tahitian Noni juice, it is a natural fruit juice. It's a superfruit. And I know from experience, my God, that it will not only help you, it would bless you. And not only that, we just need something healthy in our body. And when women are going through menstrual cramps and all of these women issues, we have it in the book, in the 101 how to use the Noni. We have it. And we need to read. If I had never read, and I just had I was just doing the opportunity, just selling the juice and just sharing it with my clients. If I had never ever taken the time to read the literature, I would have never known. I would have never known that juice, that I could put juice in my navel area and in my vagina to heal my body. I would have never known. And today, I am so happy to be on your platform, sharing my testimony to someone that they know, or they may even be experiencing this same situation. So I thank you for this, because it's necessary.
It is necessary. And I know that there's so many lives, so many ladies, so many women's lives being changed at this moment. But even going beyond that, Lady Tammie, you know, for even the gentleman that's chiming in, just to understand the power of what we have in our hands,
Right.
because it's so much even bigger than that. Even as we were having a conversation earlier and we were talking about the many uses of this Tahitian Noni, and
Hmm.
and we were having a conversation on how literally this is a juice, a such a superfood. You hear that she was able to put it in her navel, right? But imagine someone dealing with constipation, intestinal issues, and making a compress and putting it on your belly, and it going into your intestines and into your organs from the outside to the inside and making a difference.
And not only that, Pamela, listen to this.
Mm,
You can apply it in your rectum.
mm. You mentioned
Okay.
that earlier, and I said, now,
Yes.
sis.
Yes, ma'am. I read that. Yes, ma'am. You can to get that old stuff out. Okay. We playing with. Look, we got something that every household needs.
We do. We
Yes,
do.
we do.
We do. And that is why we know without a shadow of a doubt that as we are on this mission to impact a million lives, it's happening.
That's
It's
it.
already happening because we know that God has truly blessed us to come to be connected to this incredible juice and to bring the team to be the team that's bringing it
What a
back
blessing.
with such power and with stories. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a fly by night juice. And I can tell you, we could both tell you that there's some phony nonis out there, but this is the
Right.
original Tahitian Noni, in which our company owns a lease on it, right? A 99-year lease out there in Tahiti, okay, in which no other company can touch. And so at the end of the day, to know that we have something this powerful in our hands, this is the reason why we get up every single day and we fight. This is the reason why we get up every single day and we smile. Hearing stories like yours, we know, no doubt, will continue to change lives all over the entire world. And for the women out there who need something, who battle hormonal issues, who battle things in their body, who battle just life
Right.
day in and day out, this is the answer. And so tell me, going back to that moment when the doctor told you that, what like what was your reaction? What did you like believe that this was happening?
I did not, because I was still in pain. And so, and when I think back about that, I would say the reason why I was probably still in pain was because they were shrinking.
Mm,
So I had no idea that the juice was actually working inside of me because I was still in pain. But when the doctor said that they were shrinking, now in my mind, I see why I was in pain. They were working, it was shrinking.
mm,
So when I got that information, and then I said, no surgery. I'm still hurting. No surgery. I'm just happy now that I don't have to have surgery. But I want to say this, that that was in my early 20s. And if you are 20 or in your 30s right now and you're listening right now and you got a situation going on, please do not stop taking the juice.
mm.
I began to feel better. And then as a young person, I went on about my everyday life and I was feeling fine. No more bleeding. None of that was going on. I was great. Got off the juice, got in something else, did something else, and forgot all about it until the opportunity came. I would not let this go because I knew that I was using this cup. I was drinking my 2 ounces and 4 ounces. I would do with this cup. So I urge you, stay on the juice.
Mm.
Stay
And
on the
you know
juice.
what? It's interesting you say that, because as I was looking at the book that we have, right, 101 ways to use the noni juice, out of how many pages? I don't know, 400 and something pages. God brought me to this: withdrawing noni after it has helped to improve your condition It's like asking your winning armies to retreat before the battle is completely won.
Oh, wow, that's deep.
That's deep.
That's deep.
That's what I wrote down on my paper.
Wow.
Withdrawing Noni after it has helped to improve your condition is like asking your winning armies to retreat before the battle is completely won.
Wow. So now you see how necessary it is, okay?
Absolutely.
We got to keep this juice in our body. We got to make
Absolutely.
sure that not just only us, Pam, but those that are listening, we want you guys to be a part to even help put this in every household. It's got to be. We as women, we need to come together and put this right here in every household. I'm telling you from my own experience, it's necessary.
It is necessary, and it's not by chance that 20 years later, and and just even listening to you, as you said, you were in your 20s. That, that's devastating alone to even hear those words, from a doctor about,
Right.
your situation. But to know that you were blessed with this juice and this opportunity way back when, and now here we are, fast forward to 2023, 2024, as we are coming up on our 1 year celebration of really bringing this incredible juice back. How do you feel today? Because I know that, since we've gotten started, even now currently, this juice, along with our other products, have been able to
Okay.
bless you. We the team bringing this Noni skinny body back. So
Right.
let's talk about what is the Noni doing for you today. Even the drops, as we have the Noni skinny body. Let's move forward to 2024 and what's going on with Lady Tammie now with this incredible juice.
Okay, I will, but let me go back to 20 years, okay?
Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's stay back. Let's stay
going
back.
back to going back to 20 years, you never know your journey. You
That's
never
true.
know the plan that the Lord has for you to do. And going back 20 years to now, to be chosen to actually share a live testimony in your pain on the journey, not knowing that you are about to go and share with the world what has actually happened to you, and to be a billboard, I would say. I feel like a billboard, Pam.
You are.
But the simple fact is that if it happened to me, it can happen to you also. And today, with the skinny drops, oh my God, listen, a lot of people don't understand when you start getting older and you start dealing with these hot flashes, with these skinny drops. I wanted to start losing a little weight, right? But I did not know that it was actually going to help me with these doggone freaking hot flashes. So, so when I began to start taking the skinny drops, I'm like all in. I need to lose weight. I need to lose this weight. I need to lose this belly fat. I can't walk around with this belly fat,
Right, right.
And so when I began to take it, I started noticing, girl, I'm not that hot. I'm not as hot anymore. And I started, journeying a little bit. And I was like, okay, this stuff is helping with hot flashes. So I started researching it, and I told my husband, I said, I'm not as hot. He said, I already know, because I ain't hot.
Right. I know, I've been there, done that. Right.
Right. So with the Noni and with these amazing drops combined together with my journey being over 60, it is so amazing for me, because now I'm living a life of being comfortable. I'm more comfortable. I'm not anxious, and I'm not stressed out, and I'm not irritable like I was before. And I do want to say this too about getting off products. I was good. I was like, I lost the weight. Okay, I'm good. So now maybe the hot flashes are where they need to be. No, baby, I need to get back on them. I had to get back on them because it balances your hormones.
Right.
And when I realized that, I was like, oh, this is a win-win. I have this for whenever, however long I got it.
Right, absolutely. You know what? And I can tell you, these were a game changer for me too. To balance, because I was struggling with weight loss. been there, done that with the hot flashes, and I can tell you that to know that we have a product that balances our bodies too, on top of everything that the Noni does. I mean, the Noni brings that balance also. It's the foundation for everything. All right. So we do want to let everybody that's watching, you need this Noni in your body. You already heard her testimony, okay? From needing a hysterectomy to no longer needing that. That's powerful enough, right? You all should be getting back with the person who shared this live with you right now, right, Lady Tammie, and saying,
that's right.
I'm ready to place my order for this, okay? Now, we kind of shifted a little bit to talk about this Noni skinny body, because we are just changing the game when it comes time to health. People are taking back their bodies. People are feeling good. They're losing weight that they're struggled with because hormones being out of balance. People don't even understand that. So when you're getting the inflammation out of your body with this, right, and and everything's now getting put back into place, now guess what? Change begins to happen. And so that's what's happening. So you also have this incredible story that I could tell you has definitely brought Nate and I some business, right? And I tell it all the time because, you know, it's you in front of this mirror, right? You're before and you're after. And I remember you saying you were walking by this mirror and you're like, who is that? So tell everybody, you know, a little bit about what the Noni Skinny Body System has done for you.
You know what? I took that picture just for myself, and it was not supposed to go nowhere.
Now it's viral.
Right. I had a scarf, an old raggedy scarf on my head, and I was like, this is just for me. And so I took a after picture just to see what it looked like, because I noticed that I had the same pants on when I took the picture. And I said, oh,
wow.
And I took the picture. I literally started screaming. I went in the bedroom and I told my husband, and he was like, he said, girl, he didn't even know. He did not even know. And so when I saw that transformation, I knew that I was on to something really big. And I knew that I had to share it with so many people. So that's why I said, it ain't about me. Raggedy scarf, all whatever. Everybody getting ready to see this right now, okay? So this is why, Pam, you know, when we have these particular products like this and they're backed by doctors, you know, I am so thrilled to share it. Why? Because it's not coming just from me and my transformation. It's actually being endorsed by all these doctors. And that's a game changer for me, you know, so I can share something with an individual and I can allow them to know the information that a doctor has actually said that is good for us.
Yeah, absolutely right. It feels good to be connected to products that have science, that, you know, have certifications that come out of an FDA registered facility. So a lot of times we don't think about the importance of things like that. But when you're connected to products like this, you know, that just validates, you know, even more the power that we have in our hands, and, you know, why it's changing so many lives around the world, you know, and it feels good. It really does. From being in this industry for so long, I could tell you to know that we have such power in our hands with such proven statistics. Like, we don't really have to do too much talking. We really don't. You know, all we do is consume the products, and we're becoming a product of the product. We're feeling good. You know, people are taking back their levels in their body, their cholesterol levels, their pressure levels, their sugar levels. You got medical doctors. People should really pay attention, sis, because we got medical doctors.
Right.
When their patients walk into their office, they're telling them to buy our products. Okay. So it's like, hello, like, like, what do we need to do? Swing from some chandeliers? But you know what? We're going to do whatever we got to do in order to spread the word around the world to impact 1 million lives. But I can tell you that it feels good. And it's truly an opportunity of a lifetime to know what we're connected to.
The proof is in the testimonies just to simple everyday living people.
Right.
The proof is in the testimonies. And this is the reason why yourself and all these other individuals that are connected with us, we on live every day. We're sharing from our heart every day how important this product is and how we need to get it in everybody's house. It's not about this. It's not about this. It's about a healthy body.
Right.
It's
You're
about a
right.
healthy body. And
You're
this is
right.
and I thank God for Global Legacy. I
Mhm.
thank God. Why? Because we are a team that truly believe in what we are promoting and
Right.
sharing.
Right.
And this at the end of the day, we're going to continue to do it. The plan
Absolutely.
is they're already preparing the plan, Pam, for 50 years.
Right. Right.
So 50 years. Come on. Who does that? Who
You're
does that?
right. You're
So
absolutely right.
that tells you about the heart of the company because
Mhm.
they already know what they got in their hands.
Absolutely.
So
You're
it's just like ministry to me. God can do anything he want to do, right?
right.
But
Mhm.
he need a body to make it happen, right?
Come on.
He need a
Absolutely.
body. He needs some vessels. And so
Mhm.
what partner club needs some bodies, right? So we need somebody to go around north, east, west, and south. That's the news, right? To tell the
Yeah,
whole world, right? That's what
absolutely.
we need. So where you at, people?
Well, you know what? And you're absolutely right. And that's the reason why we just getting started with this incredible movement. But the people are coming. God is bringing the people, and we know that, right? And so we know that together we're going to definitely push this mission forward, and so many millions of lives are going to be changed as a result of it. And so I know that you said it's not about this, right? Right? It's not. But you and your phenomenal husband, Pastor Andrews, you guys have been able to do some amazing things as you are building a team, here within this company, a global team. And so, first and foremost, from Nate and I, we want to say congratulations because, even as I think about your story and I think about Pastor Andrews, and he was like, no, we didn't want nothing else to do with network marketing, right? Right.
Right. Now and in
But
the paid time. In the paid
right,
time.
right. But y'all said yes. And so here we are. As you all are breaking records, your team is growing, and you've been
Yeah.
able to create that documented income. You
Yeah.
know, lives are being changed in the process, and I know that that's one of the things that we absolutely love as leaders. And Nate and I, we're so thankful to be serving on the same platform with you and our phenomenal global legacy leadership team, just simply because God has truly connected us and we have a incredible bond.
Yeah.
But to know that you all have been able to come over here and just really change the game to help to impact lives and to further the ministry that God has truly put you two together as you're blessing lives, not just in Memphis, but all over the entire world. And it's all a result of this incredible Tahitian Noni. And so congratulations.
I can drink to that. Let's drink to it. Let's drink
Right,
to it.
let's drink to
Let's
that,
drink to
right? Cheers,
it.
right?
Mhm.
Absolutely. And so, you know what, to everybody that's watching on today, before we close this out, we just want to let you all know that this truly is real. You've been able to hear Lady Tammie Smith's incredible testimony on how 20 years ago, this phenomenal Tahitian Noni came into her life. It didn't look like this. It looked more like this, okay? Right? It came into her life in a time in which, she needed it most, and she didn't even realize it. And sometimes God can present us with things that we don't even realize we need. And so that's what happened with you. And you literally watched growths, in your body disappear to the point of not having to have surgery. That is huge. But
Right.
20 years later, as she holds up that cup, right? That shot glass, right? That Tahitian Noni shot glass that none of us, I'm gonna tell you, none of us have, right? She does. God had her keep that for a reason. Oh, I'm getting chills. For
Ooh,
such a
I
time as
got
this.
that too, girl. Oh,
And to know that that's the same cup that you sipped out of 20 years ago as it brought change to your life.
hmm.
You're continuing to sip day in and day out and to tell the world about your incredible story, what God has done, because we know that nothing happens by chance. God is all in this. It's not by chance that this is known as a gift from God. It's not by chance. It's not by chance, ladies and gentlemen, that this incredible superfood, this powerful superfood, see, we could have a whole nother conversation tonight on talking about the number 3, right? And the Trinity and John Wadsworth's story in the 3 days. And literally when I shared that story, like we could go on and on and on tonight on why we know God is all in this. It's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But you can hear just alone from her testimony on what God has done and will continue to do as we push forth this mission of impacting lives all over the entire world. And so, sis, what are your closing words that you want to say to everybody out there on today?
I would like to say this. If you don't believe me, if you don't believe Pam, Google it for yourself. Google Tahitian Noni, because I'm telling you today, it's going to bless you like never before.
There you have it. Make Google your best friend.
Make it your best friend.
Make it your best friend. You're absolutely right. They don't have to listen to anything that we just
buy it and try it. Buy it and try it.
Buy it and try it. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say to everybody that's out there, get back with the person who invited you on here tonight. Share this live with somebody. Somebody, as you all are out there watching, somebody is coming across this as a replay. Share this with somebody, because we know without a shadow of a doubt that we have our hands on a life-changing juice. A juice that you can not only consume, but as you heard Lady Tammie share on tonight, that she put it in her navel. She used a syringe and put it in her vagina, all right, in order to not have to go through a complete hysterectomy. And it worked. No surgery. 101 ways. We don't care what it is that you are battling. This juice helps with chronic issues. And there's so many testimonies, so many stories that are already happening. And so as we close this out tonight, we want to say it's time for your story. It's time for you to say yes to your health. It's time for you to not settle for the things that life will throw you, not settle for the things that doctors are telling you, not settle for these prescription drugs that will cause something to happen in your body. It may fix one thing, but now you're dependent upon these drugs and you're feeling some kind of way. You don't have to settle for that. You don't have to settle for pain. We got the answer.
Yes.
And sis, all they have to do is decide to sip, right? That's it. Just decide to sip. And as you do that, we look forward to celebrating your story, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the top of living your absolute best life. You see, it's not a question of will we impact 1 million lives. It's a question of will you get back with whoever shared this live with you tonight and say, you know what? I'm ready. And I want to be one. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to chime out on tonight. I want to say thank you so much, sis, for coming on and being my phenomenal guest tonight, sharing your incredible testimony. All right, as people all over the world are chiming in, and we want to say it's nothing but God. And we are thankful that he chose us to bring this Noni back. So good night, everybody. We will see you all, not from the top, but at the top, because that bottom is way too crowded. All right. So good night, everybody. And we will see you back next time. Good night, y'all. Say yes. That's right. right? We bringing it back. Noni is back. If y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. All right? The original Tahitian Noni, changing lives. All right? You got to get this one. None like it. All right? Good night, y'all.